Now let's come down and take a closer look at the notification area. The first icon or button that I come to is the Show Hidden Icons button. So if I click on this button, here I can see a list of all of the other icons that are currently hidden. I can also customize what's displayed here by clicking on the Customize link. And this opens up the dialog box that we were looking at a minute ago when we were looking at taskbar properties. So from here, I can change the behaviors for all of the icons that are listed in the notification area. So for example, we have the Action Center icon. Currently I'm showing the icon and also notifications. However, I can hide the icon and notifications or only show notifications. And I can change these settings for all of these icons. If I come down to the bottom of this dialog box, I can always show all icons and notifications on the taskbar. So if I select this option, now all of these options are greyed out and we see all of the icons in the notification area now. I'll turn this back off. We can also turn system icons on or off. So if I click on this link, it opens up another dialog box, and here we can see that currently the clock is turned off. So if I select on, the clock is now visible in the bottom right hand corner, and all of these other icons are turned on. So click on OK and click on OK. So now we've just turned the clock on in the bottom right hand corner. Next we have the Action Center icon, and as we can see in the screen tip, we have to solve PC issues and we have two messages. So if I click on this icon, I have two messages. One is to solve a problem with my power management system and the other one is to set a backup. So I can either address these individually by clicking on each of these links, or I can open the Action Center and here I can see all of the messages that I have to address in one portal. So basically I have all of my security options here as well, so I can go through and make changes to the security of the machine. Here we have the maintenance section, so from here I can install a power management system driver. I can also archive this message if there is no new driver to install, or if I've already done it or something, I can archive the message. Here we have the set backup reminder, so I can go through and set the backup by clicking on this button, and the backup feature inside Windows 7 is much improved over any earlier version of Microsoft Windows, but we'll cover this off in a later video. It's very good. We also have the troubleshooting section so we can find and fix problems, and we also have the recovery section so we can restore our computer back to an earlier time. In the top left hand corner we can jump to the control panel or change Action Center settings, view archived messages or view performance information. So we have a collection of related options all from this one page. So Windows 7 has done a good job of bringing together all of the related options and commands into one area. Next we have the network icon. As I move the mouse pointer over it, we can see that I'm currently connected to LabG and I do have internet access. If I click on this icon, here we can see a list of all of the other networks that I can see, but I'm currently connected to LabG and I have internet access as it says here. If I want to disconnect from this network, all I have to do is click, then come down and click on disconnect. Now it tells me that we're not connected, but connections are available. So if I click away, that window disappears. I'll come back and here we have the network icon with a gold star indicating that connections are available. So I'll click on the icon and I will come back up and click on LabG. Would I like to connect to it? All I have to do is click on the connect button. Now because I have connected to this network before, I don't have to re-enter the password. If it was a brand new network, then of course I would be prompted for the password. But it's just that easy. You just click on the network that you want to join and then type in the password and then you're away. So very, very easy. Next we have the power command or power button. So here we can see that the battery is fully charged. If I click on this button, I have the choice of switching to a balanced power plan or staying with high performance. From here also I can adjust screen brightness and we have even more power options. So if I click on more power options, here I can take a look at other power plans. So we have power saver, quiet mode. I can change the plan settings from here if I like as well. And I can also adjust individual bits and pieces, such as choose when to turn off the display or choose when the computer goes to sleep and that type of thing. We can even create a brand new power plan as well. So again, all of the related options are in one area, so they're nice and easy to get access to. So another nice improvement inside Windows 7. Next we have the volume control. So I can click on the volume control button or icon, and here we can see that the speakers are currently at 100%. I can mute the speakers by clicking on this button or dragging this bar all the way down to the bottom. We also have the mixer if I click on mixer. Another nice feature of Windows 7 is that we can change the sound level for things like system sounds or individual applications, for example. So this is a really nice feature, especially if you have one application that always seems to be making a lot of sounds, then you can just come down and mute that application. So it's a really useful feature. Finally, we have the clock. So if I click on the clock, we can see the current date and time, but I can also change the date and time settings. So from here, if I want to change the date and time, I click on this button and make any adjustments that I need to. I can also change the time zone from here if I want to. Would I like to notify me when the clock changes? So for daylight savings and things like that, we get a notification. I can also add additional clocks. So additional clocks can display the time in other time zones, and this is quite useful, so I can turn these on and then set it to the appropriate location. And also we are connected to an internet time service, so by default we connect to time.windows.com. However, you can change your time synchronization settings by clicking on Change Settings. Now we have the Show Desktop button, but I'll come back and talk more about this in a few minutes. But that's a quick look at some of the system default icons that appear in the notification area.